Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Hello everybody and welcome to this week's edition of KGC News. My name is Gurleen Singh and I'll be your host this week. So let's just get right into the news. Firstly, starting off with some local Washington State news. As the 2020-2021 school year approaches, school districts are making the decision on whether or not they want to see students in person or whether they would like to remain remote. Many school districts such as the Kent School District, Olympia, Federal Way, and Lake Washington school districts have decided to remain remote so far, but other school districts such as the Issaquah School District have not made a decision yet. Issaquah announced that they would be following a hybrid model where half the time the students would be in person and half the time they would be doing classes remotely. But soon after, Superintendent Ron Thiel recommended the school district to go 100% remote as well. Have you ever opened up your Instagram and seen an ad for something that you were typing about or talking about earlier? Currently, targeted stories can appear on your Google searches, your Facebook, and your Instagram news feeds, and so on. These platforms don't actually have to pay any money to the news businesses that actually produce them, but however, that won't be the case for long in Australia. Australia has revealed a new law that's forcing tech companies such as Facebook and Google to pay news companies for using their content. Draft law was announced July 31st, 2020 after almost 2 years of failed negotiations. Facebook and Google face up to hundreds of millions of dollars in fines if they don't comply with the law. Under the code, tech companies will be required to negotiate with news firms in good faith over payments for use of their content. This week, authorities charged 3 men who hacked the Twitter accounts of prominent politicians and celebrities who have tens of millions of followers. This was done in order to obtain more than $100,000 of Bitcoin. People impacted during this hack included Joe Biden, Barack Obama, Bill Gates, and Jeff Bezos. During the hack, a series of tweets suggested followers to transfer cryptocurrency to a specific Bitcoin wallet in order to receive double the amount in return. In order to stop the hack, Twitter suspended all verified accounts to stop the tweets. A new camera is causing a stir in the entomologist community, and this may mean a drastic change for scientists studying bugs. Humans sometimes move their entire body to see the area around them. In contrast, insects only move their heads because moving their entire bodies takes a lot of energy for them that they don't have. Researchers have replicated this movement with a tiny camera with a one-of-a-kind robotic arm that they can move from a smartphone. The total camera weighs 248 milligrams, which is less than a dollar bill. When attached to a beetle's back, the camera can stream video in close to real time and can pivot to provide a view from the beetle's perspective. This camera's groundbreaking technology is one of the smallest self-powering vision systems in the world. In the future, this technology can be used to gain insight into the habits of insects, not just in labs, but also in their own natural habitats. And last but not least, time for our KGC update. On August 4th at 5:30 p.m., we will be having a cooking event with everyone's favorite chef, Sharn. During the event, there will be a live demonstration on how to make food. The food Sharn will be preparing is yet to be announced. Cook It Up with Sharn will be live and streamed on Facebook and Zoom as well. Be sure to come to learn how to make delicious food. So that's all for this week's edition of KGC News. Thank you guys for watching. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.